Hi everyone. Today we are going to take a look at how we can retrieve query parameters in Power Apps Code Apps. So you all know in Power Apps Canvas applications, we can retrieve the parameters using the param function, and whatever the parameters are there, we can read their value, right? So what about Power Apps Code Apps? Can we have something built where we can retrieve? So yes. So for this, I have taken a very simple example. I have a list in the SharePoint where I'm storing the employee details, and this is a HTML table where I'm showcasing the detail. The goal is really simple. If there is any parameter, then it will show only that record, and if not, it will show all the records. So currently I've started my Power Apps Code Apps, and I have created it, and this is the development URL that you will get. So by default it has two parameters, basically local connection ID and the local application URL. And the one parameter that I've added for ID. So for now, just I will say I put an ID called 113. So you can see this record here. So when I hit this one, so what I'm expecting is it should only display that particular record. Okay. So it will read the data from this parameter and it will show only that specific row. So as you can see, only that particular record is visible. And if I remove this one, all of the records should be displayed because there is no specific ID parameter. So this example and this scenario is really helpful in terms where you would like to have a link sent to user. When they can click on it, they will redirect to the particular record, right? Just like deep linking. So the same case I did here. I just created a simple Power Automate flow that takes item ID, that is a SharePoint list item ID, is an input. It will send out an email with the application link along with the parameter. So when you publish your application in Power Apps, Code Apps, this application I have published app from scratch 3. If you go to details, so this is your application URL. You can copy this one and you can put in the Power Automate flow along with the parameter. Okay, so here this is my parameter, and then I am getting it from the manual input. So once the flow gets triggered, I receive an email like this one. So ignore the content, this is not that important. So this is my Power Apps URL, and here I have the ID. So when I click on this one, it will redirect to that specific app and it will open at that one. Okay, now let's see how we can retrieve the data. So I have digged into a lot and I found there is a function where we can get the context details, right? So in a simple way, context is nothing but the contextual information about the application and a sign-in user. That means the app URL, session ID, tenant ID, and the user information like its display name, Active Directory ID, etc. Okay, so this kind of detail I get. The one of the second thing is why we should use a context data, right? Because it provides some details about the application itself and specifically about the session, correct? So I will show you. This function is really simple. You don't have to import anything. Once you do the npm install when running the code apps installation, right, you will get this by default. You just have to import this one. So in my code apps, you see I have imported this one, and this is a simple line you have to call. So you have to use the await because you have to wait for the response. Okay, so I have initialized a variable called context. I am getting the context, and whatever context I am getting, I am logging in the console. So I will show you what kind of data we are getting. So I'll open the console. So here, these things I am getting. Okay, these all things are documented here. I will also show you. But first, let's take a look at what kind of data we get. So here we get three objects. The first is app, host, and the user. So by the name, you got an idea what these things are. User means whatever the information of the user. Host is nothing but that contains your session ID and anything. And the app contains your application ID, environment ID, and query parameters. Okay. So this thing, that is something that we are going to use. So by default, you will see there are two parameters only, local app URL and local connection URL. So those are nothing but when we start npm run dev, So we have this parameter local app URL and the local connection URL. Okay, right now you will not see any ID. So if I add that ID parameter here, so ID equal to 104. You see, now in the app context, in the query parameter, ID is there. Okay, so now we are getting this ID from this URL. So simple thing. Now ignore this part. I am just console.logging whatever the parameters here. So instead of having this one, you see the ID, all the parameters are displayed here. Now we got this ID. Now how we should use this ID to filter out the particular record. So again, I have used this get all function. So when you connect to SharePoint list, it has this function where you can get the item from the SharePoint list. So from this, I am getting that data. Then I am filtering that item. You see, there is a query ID that I have taken. So what that is that if my URL has that ID parameter, you see this one, then it will filter out all the items based on that specific ID. Okay, you see, this is the filter that we can use in the JavaScript. Dot filter whatever item is, and if the item dot ID matches with the query parameter ID, then it will show only that specific record. And then whatever the filter items are there, it will show it as a state. Okay, this is a simple thing I have did. Now you might wonder like how can I use the multiple parameter? So here you can see local app URL and connection URL you will only get when you are in the development thing. Okay, once you publish the app you will not get this thing, but that doesn't mean that we have to change the way to retrieve the parameter. The way is exactly same. So what I'll do, I'll just add one more parameter called message, and here I will just add a text message equal to hello there. So what I did is I have just used HTML tag to display the message. You see whatever message that I have written here, it is visible. So if I change something like how are you, see whatever message I have there, I got this. Okay, so this is the thing from where we can get that parameter. So whatever query parameters you have, you just have to use the exact same name that you have used in the URL. Okay, so these are case sensitive. So if you mismatch the name, you will not get the data from that parameter. Okay, so let's say if I want to get the ID, I can just simply select ID here and my ID will be visible. Okay, now we know how we can get the parameter. So what happen if I publish this application and I trigger the flow? So for that, what I did is I have just used a simple HTML CSS using GitHub Copilot only. This is not something that I've written from scratch. Now the goal is here. I have just used the card format. There are two action buttons to view and edit it. Okay. And here we have the pop-up. So the pop-up will only visible if there is a ID parameter. I will close this one. Now what I have to do is I will stop my development server. I will do npm run build to build out everything, whatever changes I did. And after that, to push this code, I will use pack code push. So it will add this in the Power Apps. I get the URL here. You can use the exact same URL in the Power Automate flow as well, no issue. So now I will go here and hit this URL. Start to refresh. So now you see all the records are displayed. There is no parameter. Now I will add parameter called ID 104. Okay. So now if you notice, once I hit that, only that 104 record is there and it is opening this in a pop-up. Okay. So how I am able to achieve that one? So I use the dialog box here and I will share you the code. So no worries, you can take a look at this. The only thing is that I have used the state called dialog open. Okay, so whenever there is a ID parameter, I am setting it as true. If not, then I am setting it as false. Okay, so that's the thing. Now if I close this one, that particular record is there. And if I delete this parameter, I can see all the records. Okay, so basically we can get this information from the context. Now coming back to documentation, if you have any doubt at any point, just let me know in comment and I'll be happy to help. So here in the documentation they have mentioned how you can read that one. If you want a specific, let's say session ID, then if you want to have the username, right? So this is how you can read them. Then this is the context interface. These three things we get, right? App, user and host. Each one have their own types. So if you go to the app and if I click on this app context, so these are the data that I get: app ID, environment ID, and query parameters. Same for the user, same for the host. Okay, so you can read this documentation, and if you would like to use more information in your application, you can use it. I hope this video found helpful. I will put the link to the code in the description so you can download and follow along with me. Thank you.